Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be your April monthly reading. I have the Astromatrix tarot cards to do your Celtic cross spread for the month of April. And the message that I received for you while I was meditating over your reading, Pisces, is that you are going to be walking away from things that no longer serve you. You are going to be taking the effort that you've put in, acknowledging that, and also simultaneously turning and walking away, learning your lessons, acknowledging your effort, but also closing the door. Let's get started. Your recent past energy, the Knight of Cups. This is your energy and your current position and the challenge. What's on your mind? And what is in the bottom of your spread? Maybe it's you're not aware of it. Your current or near future, King of Wands, your in external environment, your internal energy, hopes and fears, and your final outcome. I'm going to grab the Priestess of Light oracle cards, and these are just beautiful messages in regards to priestess energy, goddess energy. Oracle cards are a little different than tarot cards. They're generally themed by the artist, whoever created the oracle cards. They are messages specifically. They've got numbers on them like tarot, but they're just messages, and they're usually very purposefully presented messages. So let's find out an oracle overview for Pisces for the month of April. Divine Masculine, electric, active, power. The card is numbered 8. This is absolutely stunning. And Pisces, you are a water sign. You're emotional, you're a dreamer, you're a psychic, you're an intuitive, you're a music lover, you are this artist kind of personality. And for you to be in, I don't know, I want to say in relation or adopting or allowing this divine masculine, it feels maybe it is, you're comfortable with this, but maybe there's those of you that, prefer not to be in this kind of energy. But in the month of April, maybe you're going to need to be. So keep that in mind and just trust that everything's working out the way it is supposed to work out. This is divine masculine, electric, active power. Okay? This is your overview oracle energy. As we go into the month of April, your recent past is the Knight of Cups. This is romantic. This is emotional. This is moving towards an emotional conversation. This is somebody offering their cup to you, making the moves on you, proposing to you, wanting you and them to kind of maybe seal the deal or something. This person's moving towards you. This is also could be you moving towards what you want out of life. Maybe you're moving towards the job of your dreams. Maybe you've always wanted to be a stay-at-home creative entrepreneur. You're going to move towards what calls to your soul, what speaks to your spirit. This is the Knight of Cups kind of energy. So it's somebody romanticizing you and moving towards that, or it's you romanticizing your life and moving towards your dreams and your goals. That's how you kind of show up in the month of April. And your current energy as April opens is this devil energy. Now, this is very earth-based. This is very either Capricorn, you're dealing with a Capricorn. Current energy is this Capricornian energy. It's devil. It is the devil rules the physical realm. You know, God, Heavenly Father, rules the heavens. This Lucifer, devil energy is the ruler of the physical realm. So everything to do with our finances, with our health and our wealth and our money and our time, this devil is the ruler of that. And because of that, we can become slaves to those things. We can become a slave to that money, slave to that feeling of being powerful, of owning things like our bank accounts and our houses. And so there is this, should be this moderation about things. But when we see the devil here, something has taken a life of its own. In your current energy, in your life, Pisces, just ask yourself, has something begun to own you? Where you thought, you were just really pursuing your dreams and your goals. I said you came into the month with this romanticizing energy about maybe your best job ever. And here you are in your current energy with this devil showing up. And it is almost like the devil on the shoulder of Pisces. All you have to do is put in 15 more hours a week and you can get your dreams and your goals. You can starve yourself and you can have the body of your dreams. You can, this little devil is kind of whispering to you how you can be more and better and achieve bigger things, and it gets carried away. So this is something to be mindful of. It's showing up as your current energy. So all the devil really is doing something in excess. We do these good things, but when the devil is here, it's just a message that we're doing something too much. We're working too much. We are excessively engaging in sexual activity too much. We're doing things to take the edge off, and it becomes excessive, almost an addiction. The devil is definitely about toxicities. So be aware in this reading for yourself. Ask yourself honestly, is there something going on in my life right now that could be borderline addictive or toxic? And that's bringing this to your awareness. What's challenging the devil is the challenge energy of the Five of Swords. This is basically, I'm going to say, you calling the devil out, literally. The devil in your life, as far as the addictions, the toxicities, the excessive nature or behaviors that you or someone in your life is exhibiting. This is you calling them the F out, literally. Yourself or someone else. You have your swords, they're your truth. That's your communication. That's your ability to deliver messages, are your swords, and you're holding them in your hand loud and proud. You're calling shit out. The Five of Swords is you calling things out, calling out bad behavior, calling out narcissistic people, sex addicts, or people who are spending too much money. I mean, you are standing, good Lord, in your divine masculine, and you're calling things out. Definitely. This is in your challenge energy. You're challenging things for sure. And on your mind, it's like that's you in your daytime, but in your nighttime, you're struggling. You're struggling with all your thoughts and all the things that you're thinking about. It's almost like you lay your head down on that pillow, and that's like the breeding ground for all the thoughts to come up and just really antagonize you and torture you a little bit. All these thoughts are coming through that, you had all day to think about things and maybe work through things in a normal process. But instead, your brain plays this little trick on you where you lay down and you think that you're going to be resting and relaxing, but instead, everything under the sun comes up for you to think about. And this is what's on your mind, is the fact that you have too much on your plate right now, too much to think about, too many things to sort through and deal with and figure out. And down in the bottom of your reading is the Fool. What you really want to do is just put $2,000 down on a round trip ticket, or maybe a one-way ticket to some exotic land, some island retreat, and just release everything that's going on in this reality. You just want to start over. You want to start fresh. You want to wipe the slate clean and begin on ground zero. The Fool is literally card number 0 of the 78 cards in tarot. So the Fool is attributed to the sign of Aries, and it is the beginning of the zodiac. The Fool is the beginning of the Fool's journey. So this is very fresh, very childlike, very, I'm going to take risks. I want to just start fresh. It's bringing me back to, it's like you do want to start your own business, or you do want to do this creative venture from home. You just want to be in your environment, in your comfort zone, something maybe artistic. You want to paint, you want to sculpt clay, you want to do something creative that speaks to you and that, brings out the best in you. You just want to start fresh on something. And this definitely could be a new job, a new relationship, or, the way I really feel is that I think you're really wanting to do something creative in your life. As you move into the future, the King of Wands is here, and this is masculine energy for sure. Bringing it back to that divine masculine. King of Wands is Leo energy. It's fixed fire. So not only is he passionate and reigning and powerful and strong and mighty, he's also fixed. So he's very stubborn, and you're not going to change his mind easily. And it's going to take an act of Congress or God to get him to shift in his perspective. So the King of Wands is passionate, is sexy, is alluring, is action oriented. What I see, I get. What I want, I get. If I want to amass an empire over here, that is exactly what I do. Now, let me just say it like this. If you really embody the energy that we talked about earlier, divine masculine, and you ask yourself those powerful questions of what turns you on? What gets you excited? What gets you out of bed every day? What makes you want to open your eyes? That's the King of Wands energy, and what makes me want to take action on things and move towards things and speak to people and encourage myself and others. And just the King of Wands is very charismatic and very people oriented, can go and lead a whole crowd of people to do whatever he's encouraging them to do. So I really feel like you're putting on this outfit, Pisces, that makes you feel so confident and so secure. And maybe you're out there talking to people you never imagined yourself talking to, and you're encouraging them because you're so passionate about something that you're just sharing that, and people are wanting to get on board with you. So that's really cool. Your environment, this can be your work, your home, can be anything that surrounds you that affects you. We have Temperance. This is major arcana for it's the ruling planet. It's attributed to the sign of Sagittarius, and it is about moderation. It's about balance. It's about neither too hot or too cold. It's just right. It's a little blend. I think of this as like the spiritual bartender where they're mixing a drink and it's not too alcoholic, it's not too watered down, it is just right. I mean, it's perfect. So that's temperance, and it's moderate, it's balanced. And this used to be called the art card. So this can be like aesthetically pleasing. This can be you and your creative talents and environment. But this temperance energy in your environment says that you're going to be finding yourself somewhere that doesn't feel too much for you. I know you're a very sensitive sign. I know you're very sensitive to things in your environment. And this is a security point saying that everything in your physical environment is going to be just right for you. How you feel about that, your internal energy, is another major arcana. This time it's attributed to the sign of Aquarius. And this is another kind of blending of energies. This is bringing energy from the heavens and the energy from the earth. And this water is healing. It's Aquarian energy, so it's air energy, but it's the qualities of Aquarius that bring about healing and group structure and the best of everyone. It's a little bit of humanitarian, philanthropic. Aquarian, it brings such a mindful awareness to like a group setting, and this is you, Pisces. You're bringing this sense of hope, sense of healing, sense of there's an archangel here in this card as well as in temperance. So there's two archangels in this reading so far, right back to back. And so that is powerful in and of itself. We've got Archangel Michael in the temperance. And I don't know who the archangel is in the star card. If you know, put that in the comments. But very healing, very hopeful, and it's a good, you're feeling like everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. Your hopes and your fears. Another major arcana, and this time it's your energy, Pisces, yours in Cancer. Your hopes and your fears. The moon energy says, right now, everything is not ready to be revealed to everybody. Right now, everything's kind of being kept quiet, or it's a secret, or we're just being mysterious about it because we don't want everybody to get all excited about what we're doing. But we're definitely doing something emotional. We're doing something that is psychically interesting. We're doing something creative. The moon energy is here as well as the sun. So there's a little bit of a balance of the moon and the sun. It's actually in an eclipse, and an eclipse brings change. Eclipsing changes or eclipses things out of our lives. So this is in your hopes and your fears. And what that says is that you're hoping that everything can just stay quiet for right now. You're not ready to reveal it to everybody, but it can also say, I'm afraid of keeping everything quiet. I'm afraid of keeping everything in the dark because I don't want people to say that I had secrets and that I knew what I was doing and I never told everybody. You know, people can twist and turn your truth on you in any way. And so this is you just kind of being afraid of that, but also wanting to just keep things under wraps for now because it's not for everybody's need to know. Your final outcome, Pisces, is the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is very interesting as a final outcome because what this says is there is this feeling of abandonment, of being left out, of being isolated, of being apart from the crowd. And you know what I'm really getting the image of is that this might not be you. This might be other people. Because I really think you're doing something. I really think you're making changes for your own benefit. And other people might not understand that. They're going to feel a little offended You know that what I'm just really getting is that you walk into work and you share with everybody that you've been building your dream behind the scenes and you're finally ready to unveil that. It's been under wraps for quite some time and you're finally ready because you've been romanticizing your life and what you want, what you need, what you want to do, and you're ready. And other people, and that's you inside of this lit up church, and your friends and your family might feel like, why didn't you tell me that? How come I wasn't a part of it? They're going to feel some kind of way about you pursuing your dreams and your goals. So if that's the case, this is your heads up. If this is you feeling that way about, you feel left out and lost and in the cold from other people's lives, this is again just a heads up that we always have a choice how we choose to feel. Either we're inside the warm church with everybody else, or we feel left out and ostracized and extricated from everybody. So it's our choice on how we feel. Five of Pentacles, it really is a choice. It's not like a solid outcome. But I would encourage you to bring this divine masculine into your life in the month of April, Pisces. This is your reading. I hope it serves you and helps you. Remember, I'm on TikTok and on YouTube, and the personal email details can be found below. If you're interested in a personal private reading, please reach out. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. Be blessed and be well.